welcome. So today I'm going to be showing you guys how I do transfer foil. I think I have mastered it. I get a lot of questions all the time on how I get like the entire print on the nail, and there is a step. There is like a way to do it, so I wanted to show you guys that. So I'm going to be using this pink for the French, and then I just showed you that base color that I used. I got these the base color off Amazon, so I was just like trying it out and like playing with a set. And then for that particular nail, I did use that Dulce nail sprinkle foil gel, but for the actual set that I did, I used a different one. Those are my top two that I love, so I am actually really glad that I decided to film this. And then I used two different foil gels just so you guys could see like there's no difference. And the way like I do my foils, I really truly feel like any foil gel will do. So yeah, those are just my favorites. Those are the ones that I've bought and I've tried and I love them. But I ran out of the Nail Dulce sprinkle one, so I decided to just use the Makartt one for this set. So yeah, I'm just gonna show you guys really quickly how I do my French, and then I will show you how I apply the foil gel, a couple little tips and tricks, and how to get the entire foil print on the nail. So because this video is more of like on the shorter side, I mean 17-ish minutes isn't too long, but I wanted to keep like more real time in this video just so you guys can see like not everything is like super fast all the time. Like sets still take me a good couple of hours to do. Like a solid set, it will take me like 45 minutes. And that's just how I work, you know. And then a French set still takes me over an hour to do. Like they just take a while, and that's okay. Like I have learned to pace myself and only take on as much as I can. I used to overwhelm myself a lot with orders and stuff, and then, you know, like take every single order request that comes in, like all of that. And lately I have not. I have been pacing myself. I really want to create good content for you guys, and then I also want to show you guys like it's not it's not super fast paced. Like nails are art. Some artwork, it takes people like 24 hours. It takes people weeks to paint certain things sometimes. So the fact that we are painting on this small canvas of a nail, like it takes time, you know, and I don't feel like it should be rushed. So I decided to keep it just real time, just kind of vibe and show you guys a French and just kind of chill. But yeah, so I just want to say that I really like real-time videos. I love when they're sped up too, because sometimes I just want to see like what they're doing. But a lot of the times, because I love nails so much, I just love to watch like real time, like how do they work, how do they do this, you know. And that is how I've learned, is YouTube. Like there's a lot of good people on here that do nails and even art. Like I just like to watch, you know, stuff being drawn. So yeah, so rant over. I just wanted to say that really quick. So there is a lot of real time in this video. If you don't want real time, you can definitely skip ahead. I'm not really sure where the foil comes in, but you can definitely skip ahead if you want to and just see the foil and the tips. But I do have like a good 5 or 6 tips and like exactly how I do the foils, so you definitely don't want to miss that if you're into foils. If you want your, you know, your exact print to be on the nail, definitely make sure you listen. Okay, so off camera, I did this hand just because I wanted to show you guys ahead of time, you know, what I'm going to be teaching. So yeah, off camera, I went ahead and did this set. I put my top coat on. As you can see, the full print of the foil is on the nail where we want it, on the tip. So I'm just going to show you guys what I do. I'm going to use an alcohol prep pad because this base coat is sticky. I did not know that when I like first did the nail, like in the very beginning when you see the swatch stick. I did not know that that was sticky, so the foil ended up going on the entire nail, and I had to use alcohol and like just rub it with like an old brush, and I rubbed like the French like the nude part, and then like the flowers came off. So it wasn't that big of a deal, but I mean, it just like, it takes more time, and you don't want to have to take more time for something that can be easily fixed. So yeah, so I'm just gonna wipe off the nail with alcohol, make sure it's not sticky anywhere, and then I'm gonna use that same alcohol like wrapper, and I'm just gonna put the foil gel right there. That way, you know, easy cleanup, just throw it away when we're done. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the gel, and then I'm using my liner brush, and I am going to line the French with the foil gel. That's the only place I want the foil, so that's the only place I'm gonna put it. So when I do the foil gel, I want to make sure that it's not too thick, because foil gel is already like a really thick consistency. So if you put it on the nail thick as well, it's definitely gonna like bubble up, and it's not gonna look good. You're gonna have to like redo it or buff it, and then like it's gonna be a lot. So definitely less is more when it comes to foil gel. You only want a little bit on there. Like I'm gonna use my my liner brush for all of the gel, and then yeah, if that makes sense, I'm gonna pull it down to the entire French tip, and then we're gonna cure. And when you're doing the foil gel, you definitely want to make sure that you get all of like the edges of the nail, because that's going to play a huge part in how we apply the foils. So that is a huge tip. Get the entire nail, the sides and everything. Don't miss out on the sides, because that helps a ton when the like entire side of the nail is super sticky, like the edge of it. Okay, so now that we have the foil gel all on the nail, we are going to cure it. So my next tip is double cure. You're going to cure it for 60 seconds, and then when the light turns off, cure it for another 60 seconds. Trust me, it helps so much. If I forget to cure for that second 60 seconds, the foil gel is just, it's not as sticky. I don't know why, but it has worked for both of the foil gels that I use, and I double cure. So 60 seconds, let the light turn off, push it again for 60 seconds, and while you're waiting, just cut the foil like I'm doing right here, because that's the next tip. You want to cut the foil so that it fits the nail pretty much perfectly. You don't want to be using that entire strip of foil trying to put it on one little piece of the nail, because it's just going to be too much. Okay, so let's apply this foil. So I double cured all of them, and then I cut one that was a little bit bigger, not on purpose, but it was a little bigger, so I was like, why not use it for the thumb? So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to choose like where I want my flower to be basically on the nail. That's what you can do with your foils, or you could just place it however. So I'm trying really hard to just keep it in the center, and then I'm going to focus on one side at a time. And as you can see, I'm basically like scraping the foil onto the nail with my nail. You can use your nail, you can use a tool. I have used like the backside of tweezers as well because it's a very firm like object. So yeah, so basically I'm just doing that. I'm working in sections, and I'm just taking my time. I'm really rubbing that design into that foil gel, and I'm scraping it. I'm rubbing it with my finger, but I'm scraping it with my nail just to make sure that that foil, like that design, is getting completely pushed into that stickiness. And so when I said to make sure you like scrape, or not scrape, but when I said to make sure that you get the very edge, that is the part like that's gonna stick like crazy. So you just want to pull it off super slow. As you can see, that is the look. So I'm gonna show you guys again, and then but yeah, that's basically it. My next tip would be to scrape that design with either a tool or your nail, and work in sections. So again, right here, I put it on the middle, and then I'm working on the left side, and then I'm going to go into the right side, and I'm just scraping, and on the very edge of the nail is where I'm going to scrape the most, so that way I make sure that that design is just like really pushed in. And you'll be able to see too, like when that design is like completely on the sticky part, and like you get that entire design onto the nail, the foil is just basically gonna like pop off, like how you seen right there. So yeah, that's basically it. I'm gonna go over my tips one more time as I am putting the top coat on. So number one is to apply the foil gel very, like less is more. Basically, you don't want to glob it on, or else it's going to get bubbles and it's not going to be good. Step number two is going to be seal the edges with that foil gel, so that way you get the best adhesion. Step number three is double cure. You're going to want to cure for 60 seconds. When it's done, you're going to cure again for another 60 seconds. Okay, sorry about that, guys. So yeah, double cure. Step number three, cure for 60 seconds, let the light turn off, cure for another 60 seconds. And then step number four is to cut the foil so that it fits easily on the nail, basically. And then you're gonna want to place that foil however you want it to be on the nail, however you want it to look. And then step number five is going to be to push the foil into the center of the nail and work in sections. Work on one side, and then when that side is done, you're going to work on the next side. And while you're working on that, you're going to want to scrape the design with either a tool or your nail, and basically scrape that design into the nail. You're going to want to push super hard, and you might have to go over a section several times. Like sometimes when I'm pulling off the foil very slowly, I'll see little pieces that did not stick to the nail, and I'll put that foil back on because the other side is not taken off yet, so it just goes really nicely back on, and I re-scrape over. And that's basically it. And then you just pull off the foil very slowly, and this is the design. I ended up adding bling. I totally forgot that I recorded this, so I added bling off camera, but this is what the design looked like. These were a ready to ship set. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you learned from my tips, and yeah, I will be back again next Friday. Bye guys.